I'm up pretty high. I noticed the ladders making scratches on the roof, taking the paint off, so I put a pad down up here and down there where the scratches are happening. I see some scratches from like old ones. There's not a whole lot, but they're not really rusting. So I mean, that's good. But it's always better to have less exposed steel than more. So I'm gonna try to minimize it. I bought a can of primer, so probably gonna clean up the spots with some alcohol and then do a quick spray of the primer. Eventually I'd probably get the whole roof painted, but that's not a super high priority unless the roof starts rusting a lot, which it isn't. So basically I'm gonna work on the edge part next, and it's kind of a little too far for me to reach comfortably, so that's why I put the pads to the right of the ladder. Then I'll work on the edges. Then after I'm done with that, I'm gonna start working my way left. I feel like I got about 20% of one side of the roof. This is over 2 days, but the first day I spent most of my time figuring out how to set up the ladder. The most difficult part is actually moving the ladder, because the ladder is so damn heavy and I don't have a helper here, so it's a little difficult. I spent most of the day, went for a quick bike ride, first time since I broke my hand. It was okay. Climbing was fine, but coming down the hill, when I hit some bigger bumps, it would really kind of agitate and bother my broken hand. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep riding or what I'm gonna do, but I'll probably try it a few more times at least, and then talk to my doctor when I see him next week. Anyways, with the roof, I feel like when I'm working on the roof, I really need to be like on my top form. Like towards the end of the day, when I'm kind of like out of energy and stuff, is not the most ideal time. So I think it's like a little bit past 5 now, so I'm gonna stop working on the roof. Hopefully we'll get some more significant progress tomorrow. I think the next thing I'm gonna work on is try to fix the tail light on my trailer. I just picked up the tail light, a new tail light from Lowe's. I was surprised that they had the lowest price. I think it was like $8 or $9. I got 2% off through Rakuten, which is a online rebate service. I also got another 5% for, I think, July, August, September. If you pay through PayPal using your Discover card, then they have a 5% promo. So bargain shopper. So I guess I got it for like less than $8, which is pretty good. I got the new taillight, passenger side. Took off the old one, spliced the wires, and I just have to solder the new one to the old wires. I took out all my soldering equipment. Then I realized I had bought these, they're kind of a all-in-one solder heat shrink. It's called the solder seal wire connectors. So basically they're like these plastic tubes where you just stick the spliced wires into the plastic, and in the middle there's solder. So if you apply heat to it, the solder will melt and it'll create a waterproof seal. So I had gotten them previously when I was doing my van build, and they came in like somewhat useful. I used them like a handful of times, and then I kind of switched over to clamps because it's just faster. since I need this to be waterproof, I'm not using clamps. Is it clamps or crimps? Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna use these connectors and it should go pretty fast. So just as I was explaining and being so proud of the fact that it has kind of got a weird wave to it, huh? I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. Anyways, so I went to turn the heat gun on and started melting the connector, and the heat gun stopped working after like 5 seconds. My Harbor Freight heat gun has officially died. I think it's time for an upgrade. It's basically the cheapest heat gun that you can get at Harbor Freight. It lasted me quite a while. I think it was well worth the $10 or $15 or whatever cost it was. It probably got it with a coupon or something. So I thought about finishing it up with some solder, but the one connector that I put on, it's in a kind of a in-between state where the connector housing has melted on, but the solder hasn't melted yet. So I'm gonna need a heat gun anyway. It's something that I use quite often, especially for electricals. So I'm just gonna go buy one and finish this up whenever I get the heat gun. Could be tomorrow, could be next week.